Welcome to the first game of the 2025 season. Today, we play New Mexico at home. Look at their alternates. There's their away alternate. Really like that. So we're going to let them run their away alternates. We're going to just run maize and blue. Maize pants, obviously blue jersey. Let's go. We'll see you at halftime. Thanks for watching. And enjoy.
They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly. But you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the New Mexico Lobos, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Wolverines' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. And he'll just take a knee and this drive will start at the 25. The Lobos offense going to get the chance to start this game off. A lot of times you run into these types of matchups, high-powered offense, big-time team against an opponent that's likely overmatched. So how do they keep this thing from getting ugly?
Well, everyone's going to have to elevate their level of play here defensively to have any chance in this one. And I'll tell you the hard part about stopping this offense, David, it's what Chip Kelly used to always say. It's a nameless, faceless opponent. They don't care who you are. They don't care what your record is. This offense comes out, and they are trying to embarrass you.
Well, the good thing is for this defense, it's been talked about all week, right? Like, you're not good enough. This is a high-powered offense. Like, the players' attention are fully caught, right? They know exactly what they're going against. Let's see if some emotion and adrenaline can really play a factor, and they play better than they have all year.
To throw, it's Hills. Quick completion on the out route. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Using his legs, it's Humphrey. Spins away from the defense. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Guys, let's talk a little bit about New Mexico. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can't it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all off season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and that they'll get themselves into those rankings.
To the ground with the back. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
There's nothing better than opening drive, coming out as an away team. Everybody's got all that excitement, all that energy, and being able to run the football and physically exert yourself to start a football game.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. Looking to throw, it's Hills. Pressure coming. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
It all defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game, already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
And the Lobos line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. So the Michigan Wolverines offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And here it comes for the first time as the starter, this talented freshman. And Jesse, it seems like quarterbacks mature quicker and quicker these days, and they're ready to grab the reins.
Yeah, you're seeing it more and more. There's more high school quarterbacks now ready to take the next step and compete and perform in college football. But listen, I started as a true freshman back at Florida. I guarantee you he has so much nervous energy going right now because he has never played in an environment like this, and he has never played against competition like this either, David.
No, it's crazy, and that was 1920, so imagine...
And the...
Key narration volume set to 100. Menu narration option is set to off.
We'll get to him at the 25. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. And the Wolverines will line up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Back to throw, it's Hills. Bringing the heat. Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. How about this job by the defense? A well-disguised blitz by the free safety results in a sack.
And you don't blitz the free safety much because he's a guy that stays back usually. But what do? You said well-disguised. That's what you got to do. You got to make it look like you're dropping for a pass, bring the blitz. Offensive line was full. He comes flying through there, untouched, gets the sack.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Hunt is on its way. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20. Opening play of this drive. Gives it on the option. He's loose. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now first down from the 37. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Oh, to 52 yards on the ground, and they wanted to have an identity as a running team, and he's giving them that in the season opener. The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Makes a connection. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Man, it's so nice to have a quarterback who doesn't flinch. You watch it, man. He's hanging in there, right? Hanging in there. Takes some time for those routes to get down the field. Gets hit as he throws it, but delivers the ball, a catchable ball down the field, and makes the big play. Nice toughness by that young man.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. A relatively short field goal try from 26 yards out. Splits the uprights. Good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. On the run, it's Humphrey. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Let's talk a little bit about New Mexico. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win. And if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Grabbed in the middle, it's Thomas. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
Good job reading the defense by the quarterback on that RPO fake. He waited to see how the defense was going to play the run. He saw defenders bite up close to the line of scrimmage, and right away he knew he had the slant throw right in behind.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Big noise in the big house for this huge 3rd down play. To the air, it's Hills. Catch in the middle, it's Buckley. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down, they've got it at the 40.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. The Lobos pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. to 71 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in mid-season form. Pushes toward the goal line. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Gets it out fast. And they get him, and they'll lose yardage on that completion. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Hand off to the lone back. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, New Mexico. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Texas A&M is on top right now, but kind of fittingly for the First Lady of Aggie Land, Reveille, this has been a dogfight today. They're up by 10 over UTSA. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. That's caught. It's Simpson. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
Could that be the play that finally wakes them up? Just not a lot of good going on offensively here in this first half. They've only got 3 points to show for their efforts. They haven't been throwing it a lot, but they took a shot there. They've got a chunk play. Now they're in a position. They need to score a touchdown here before the half is over.
Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. After a good pickup on the run, it's 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Hit as he throws. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. 8th play of the drive coming. It'll be a 3rd and 6. Here's a heat. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Michigan.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Blair. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Going right to work up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Johnson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Dropping back, it's Hills. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. On the move at the 30. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Wants to go up top on first down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. He's looking downfield to throw. With the catch, it's Johnson. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. And the Lobos will punt this one away. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 22. To the air on first down. He's going to let it go. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They're going to open this drive with a pass. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. The sudden change on the turnover, and Manning was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. They'll immediately call timeout.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum. And this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Oh, they're after him. The freshman called his own number and kept his drive moving. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking for a man, it's Underwood. Throws for the tight end. Can't make the connection, incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Now adjusting. He's turning it loose into the middle. Pass is incomplete. And
ball knocked away there at the end. We head to halftime. The Michigan Wolverines lead 10-7 over New Mexico.
And I am eagerly looking forward to that second half in Ann Arbor.
There you see halftime stats, 86 passing yards for Michigan, 80 rushing yards for Michigan as well. Average more per play.
Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this.
This was the Michigan touchdown. The end of the first half. Marlon Klein uses his speed to get into the end zone. But New Mexico struck to the end zone first.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin.
And now Michigan will head back. But first, let's get some player stats. And halftime, Bryce Underwood, 5 of 13, 86 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. Justice Hayes from Buford, Georgia, 8 attempts, 69 yards, And then Bryce Underwood, 3 rushing attempts for 11 yards. Marlon Klein, 3 for 67 in the touchdown, obviously. Long of 40. Defensively, the only pick was Jaden Mangum. So, Michigan looks to complete the dominant victory, hopefully in the second half. We can be a little more dominant than we were in the first. We'll see. It's time to start more football here in Ann Arbor.
The Lobos will line up to kick off and start the second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll open the second half with a run. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. Completing a forward pass was much like solving the Rubik's Cube for Michigan a year ago. But now, Jesse, they have the nation's top recruit in Bryce Underwood, and the key is to develop him.
Yes, because he is the future for Michigan. There is no question about it. And you just saw just 2 seasons ago, when you've got a quarterback who's dynamic, who's highly recruited and developed, a guy like J.J. McCarthy, the sky's the limit for Michigan. You can win national championships. That's the hope for the Wolverines moving forward.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. They're setting up the screen. Nice move to keep running. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. The Wolverines have this offense rolling. Takes the handoff, it's Haynes. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still, just a very short gain. Didn't get much on first down, it's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Quickly to the tight end. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Runs through the tackle.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That
fires deep toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. The Wolverines come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Wolverines back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll ride the hot hand. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different.
Touchdown, Wolverine! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
This guy is officially a problem. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense, dude. If I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in a terrific top 15 matchup. Clemson is putting on a show offensively. It feels like this one was over when they touched Howard's Rock. They're up by 17 over LSU. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
And how about about that one. Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Back to pass, it's Hills. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The give from the gun. There he goes. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. And the Lobos want to crank the tempo.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Hey, coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm, and so far here to start this.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to...
And the defense, Abe, got him at the 27.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the...
Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
You got to be so careful, too, Dave, because on 3rd and long, they're playing their nickel now. They've got extra DBs on the field. Those windows are going to open and close really, really quickly. And I think that time the quarterback got a little too greedy trying to fit that football in a small window.
He did, and I like the zone coverage, too, because everybody's staring at the quarterback, so you can get a really good break on the football, knowing where the sticks are. They break on it, and they get the big interception.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
What a great play, winning one-on-one, getting home and getting a sack, and that kind of effort is going to get the big house fired up. These 100,000-plus Michigan Wolverine fans are on their feet screaming because of that.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job, man. You got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. You got to somehow find a way to start to get...
That internal clock just didn't move fast enough, and they get him for a safety. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Going over the top. He's got it at the 20. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. After that huge play, right back at him on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Makes a man miss. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Snap in the shotgun. Gets it out quickly. Wide open spaces. He'll get it all the way down to the 8. 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. They'll line up for a second down play. Going to the running game. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And I love this. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to eat that clock, let it tick down. A field goal here, I'm up by 2 possessions. I'm still in.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan.
Well, I think this home environment was just too much for their opponents to handle. There's been unbelievable noise and energy. The crowd showed up today, but how about the playmaking on the field? These guys have got dudes all over the field, and this kind of win week 1 sends a statement and reverberates all across college football.
And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the 4th. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Hills. Under fire. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
The Lobos now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air on second down. Under fire. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And the Lobos racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They've had this drive absolutely gift-wrapped. How often do you start with a 1st and goal? They'll try to get it in with the run. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverine! And the pummeling has started.
Well, this offense said they wanted to start the year all gas and no brakes, and that's exactly what this game has shown. From the very opening whistle, this offense has been in sync. They've been explosive. Defense has had no answer for them. This unit is going to give teams problems because of their playmaking ability all year long.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly. Down. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We will get another look at this New Mexico offense. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, yes, he didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Guys, let's talk a little bit about New Mexico. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward because...
And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they got it at the 49.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. They want that clock to run. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. Try to get it to the edge. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The Wolverines lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. They'll try to run for it. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
And this offense does it again on third down. They have been so elite on third down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built a lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
Spins away from the defender. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for space, it's Marshall. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
And you know what? The best third down offenses don't get the third down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard. Got a nice gain, popped one, got a first down. Who needs third downs if you can just pound it down their throat on second down?
Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Quarterback looks for a little space. And they go for the sneak on 2nd down, playing very conservatively, and they may have to open it up if they want to score on this drive. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You gotta love that as the players. You come out, you have so
Michigan
much
delivers a
anticipation
game
coming into
one
the season,
victory
finally getting ready to play
as they
in front of a
defeat
live
New Mexico
audience. They're able to come out and
33-7.
execute, get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit
Some
different.
stats
You have
for
something
you.
to look at now.
Bryce
to
Underwood,
analyze
11
where
to
do I need to
21,
get a little bit
203, 2
better.
touchdowns, 2
Plenty of time still
interceptions.
left in the season to improve
On the
and
rushing
turn it around.
side, Justice
That will
Hayes,
put the wrap on
Ames,
things from here. For David Pollack
Sorry,
and Jesse Palmer,
15
I'm
for
Reese Davis.
87.
You've been watching
Marshall,
another
10 for
presentation
67 and a
of
touchdown.
EA
Max
Sports
President,
College Football.
1 for a 2-yard touchdown. Receiving Marlon Klein got both touchdowns. Got both receiving scores. And you saw towards the end, we just put in quarterback after quarterback. And that was fun to watch those guys play. Michigan, 3 picks. Xander Grant, Ernest Hausman, and Jaden Mangum. Kicking wise, Dominic Zavada, 1 for 1 on field goals, 4 for 4 on PATs. Luke Bauer, the punter for Michigan, the senior out of St. Louis, on punt, 41 yards. Well, the Wolverines will get a good week at home this week, but next week will be the big test. If they can win on the road in a hostile environment, they have to go play Oklahoma on the road next week. That's going to be a fun one. Oklahoma also 1-0 after week 1 of the football season. Michigan. You see our recruiting class here. The Wolverines beat New Mexico. And Texas defeated Ohio State. I think I'm do a restart on this franchise because this is an online Dynasty. Let's see what we can. It doesn't matter. But Michigan defeats New Mexico. (33-7). And in the new top 25 media poll, Texas, Penn State, Georgia, Georgia, Clemson, Oregon, Miami, Alabama, Ohio State after their loss to Texas drops to number 8. This was a little surprising. Illinois, Florida, BYU, Arizona State, Michigan, Notre Dame, Kansas State, Ole Miss, LSU, SMU, Texas A&M, Oklahoma, Louisville, Texas Tech, Indiana, Iowa State, and South Carolina. I don't know why Iowa State dropped so much after they won, but get why South Carolina dropped. They lost to Virginia Tech. Yeah, they lost to Virginia Tech. Michigan obviously didn't get any players of the week. Top 25, Virginia Tech beat South Carolina. And as you see, Illinois dismantled an FCS school. Texas beat Ohio State. Indiana beat Old Dominion. And another FCS school got dismantled by Louisville. And State dismantled Nevada. Georgia beat Marshall. We're going to scroll through the rest of the top 25 scores. There's Michigan beating New Mexico 33-7. So, the Wolverines will move on to play the Oklahoma Sooners next week. We'll see you then. Thanks for watching, and go.